welcome. You are now tuned in to the News You Can Use podcast, season 2, with your boy D Class and Big Surf God. Say what's up to the people, D Class.
Man, what's the deal, everybody? Man, we back at you, man.
Yes, sir. Back in effect, man. We will be going live. D Class said we should do it sometime. I was telling myself, get back motivated. Let's do it every day. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, shit, I'm with it if you with it, dog. I mean, shit,
I'm
we could
down.
jump on this. We could jump on this bitch and give everybody an hour, man, at least. You know what I'm saying?
Knock them out. We will start back doing the interviews. I will try to contact some of the people y'all seen on here before, see if they still want to get down with us. Shout out to my main girl, C-Ra. I haven't heard from her in a while. I need to check in on her. But yeah, man, shout out to the old crew. Shout out to my boy Snub, C-Real, everybody.
Yeah, they got their podcast. They should live. Go check them out. Yeah, Icy, I think she did another show. I think I seen that on my timeline the other day. So shout out to her too. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't know why we have beef, but I mean, hey.
Me neither, but you know, it is what it is, man. It's the internet, man. It's the internet.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, because we was, and the crazy part about it was, like, I sent her a beat. Like, she sent me a rough draft of what she was about to do. Like, it was pretty dope. And then shit, all of a sudden, she just called ghost. I was like, damn. But I mean, yeah, man, I still follow you though. I'm not tripping. It is what it is, man. It's a part of the game, man.
Yes, sir. So when it comes to the beats, have you been working on any beats lately?
A little bit. I kind of just want to stick with some R&B beats, really. The rap situation, like, I kind of be dealing with a lot of people, and it just be a bunch of nonsense, man. And I ain't really got time for it. So I just I mainly listen to R&B right now at this point, so I'm just kind of sticking to that. I'm gonna probably drop a couple of videos and stuff like that soon. Cause yeah, I kind of got the whole DTF and printer and all of that over here too, so I've been trying to figure that out too. So yeah, man, I've been everywhere, bro.
That's right, man. Shout out to I'm a Brand Podcast. Shout out to the clothing line. I'm really proud of you, man. You of all people have stuck with what you said you was gonna do. You stuck to the plan. So you know, a man with a plan is definitely gonna go to his destination. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Like, yeah, man, that's what I say, man. I'd rock with you, bro, because I know we basically, like I told you, we started from you interviewing me. So I mean, yeah, we just figuring it out. However it gotta go, we gonna figure it out. So we're trying to cut out the middleman by any means necessary. And then it is what it is from there. However long it take to make the grind happen, it just got to happen.
Yes, sir. And I think this is a great time for us to get back podcasting for season 2 because there's so much going on. Wasn't really too much turbulence going on before. So now that we got a lot more to talk about, I think it's going to make it a lot better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I didn't really had time to really tap into a lot of what's going on the whole podcasting with these other companies, like the whole no jumper situation. That is stupid right now. Like, that's crazy.
There's a lot going on over there.
Like, that's crazy. They got too much action going on over there. I follow the Back on Fig. That's a pretty decent little podcast. I rock with them. Who else? Like, I don't even really follow the sports ones no more. Like, I kind of just tapped into a lot of them, man.
Have you do you watch It Is What It Is with Cameron and Mace?
A little bit. I used to really pay attention to them, but then, like, once I start kind of locking in the AD and like and T-Rail and all of them, like, yeah, that's when I was like, all right, let me kind of focus on them for a minute. But nah, I did. I kind of paid attention to them too, though. Them, Wallow, and Gilly, because they stay giving you. They give you some game some kind of way.
Yep. So what I think we're gonna start doing is we're gonna start live streaming. We're gonna live stream on YouTube, which we're live right now, but it's another part of YouTube called a live stream, where It's a little different. And then we're gonna do that, and we're gonna get back on Twitch, get back on all the other apps that we were on, and we will be live on Instagram. Instagram is cool. It's a cool podcast space for people that's on there a lot. But I don't think that's like our main target anymore.
Yeah, nah, not really. I mean, it is what it
Nah,
is,
not
though. I mean, we gotta, hey, people been rocking with us for a minute. If you still
right. And a lot of that,
rocking with us from the ground root of doing the 2 hour lives, like, hey,
came from Instagram. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that came from Instagram and YouTube. So it's just all about getting back in the momentum, get back cracking, and get these numbers back up. Man, we got to get back to 100K a week. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And then two is just everybody really just jumping on. So that way, really, I think we just need to have just a meeting, man, with everybody. And just see, because I mean, everybody don't even have to jump on every day. Even if somebody just jump on for, what I'm saying, an hour, something like that every day. That's all it is, man. You just got to stay active.
Got to stay active. So let's get into some news. Boosie Badass say he willing to fight anybody for 20 million. What you think about that? I'll fight Boosie for 20 million. How about you?
I mean, shit, I would too. Shit.
Hell
But I
yeah, I
mean,
fight anybody for 20 million.
yeah, like what? See, yeah, I don't know. That's where I don't get it. What's the point though? Like, because I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, man, if you want to fight, shit, I'll fight you. Like, I'm not tripping. Give me
For
20
real.
million.
Ain't nobody
What the
turning down
hell?
no fade for 20 million, bro.
Come on, man.
Not
That's crazy.
I.
Like,
I ain't turning
that's
down a fade for 1 million. He talking about
man,
he need 20.
that's
Give
crazy.
me
20
100K.
million? And it's like that, okay. Like, even if you want to jump into boxing or the whatever, like that's fine. But come on, man. You can't just 20 million. Nobody's ducking that fade for 20 million.
No, everybody want the smoke for 20K. So we got more news. Elliot Wilson apologizes to SZA for his ignorant response to one of those days. So one of them days. I don't know what Elliot Wilson said about SZA. I guess Elliot Wilson has apologized to SZA for his
Mhm.
initial response to her film with Keke Palmer, One of Them Days, as well as his criticism of her interviewing Kendrick Lamar for Herpes Bizarre or Harper
The hell?
Bizarre. Excuse me.
I'm like,
He
damn.
said, "What the hell?"
Hold on.
Yeah.
What's going on over there? Shit. But nah, that I did see they do have a movie where you know what I'm saying, Keke Palmer and SZA is in the movie. I did see that. I haven't seen the movie. I probably will check it out though. It did look pretty interesting. But I mean, yeah, this whole music thing, like it's too much, man. Like it's too much. I don't even see why people even trying to get signed. Like, what's the man? Just drop your music and push it yourself, bro, because it's not worth it, man.
I don't even think they sign an artist right now. I mean, the best deal that I seen people put together, if you're gonna be an artist that want to move the way you want to move, would be Empire.
Right.
But they started getting a bad rap because a lot of the artists they signed died. If you look
Right.
up their roster, man, they got more dead rappers than the ones that's alive.
Right. What's good, K Don? Yeah, we live on. I'm live on shit. What is this? TikTok. So yeah, I got people on TikTok saying what's happening to everybody too. So K Don say what's happening.
Shout
But
out to everybody on TikTok. Shout out to K Dot.
but yeah, man, like it's crazy, man. Like yeah, nobody is really no point, bro. Because if you sign, if they sign you, what is the point? You could do everything yourself. Like there's really nothing but the machine behind you. And at the end of the day, if you willing to do it, I mean, you could kind of push it yourself, man. Like you are your own machine.
Yes, sir. So I guess when SZA shared her trailer for One of Them Days, Wilson wrote wrote back on Twitter X, why discussing their relationship on his show, The Bigger Picture. Wilson explained that he regret the post. So Wilson began by revealing that he already apologized to SZA privately, but wanted to do so publicly. I guess this was just a PR skit. Not
Right.
nothing too important. What you think about Ray J right now? Ooh,
Hey,
Ray J, he been acting a little weird
man.
lately, hasn't he?
Hey, but the crazy part about it, I told you back when we first started popping, like since the Ray J getting jumped at Magic Mountain story, bro, like it's been crazy, man. Not anything that Ray J do, bro, don't surprise me, man.
Man,
Like
we got to
nothing.
retell that story. And you know what? We got a lot of interesting parts in the podcast that me and you do. But since I haven't been editing, I haven't
Right.
been able to put them out. But we got a lot of shit from the past that I'm gonna go through and just start editing each one of them, and we're gonna start dropping every day.
Right.
Like we
No, we gonna drop something, man. Like, cause I mean, I got to get back active too with the podcast, man. So that's why I just need to start getting back to. I kind of want to do it to where I'm interviewing people instead of just talking to myself. That's kind of why I haven't did it, but it's just to the point, man. I just got to jump on there, man.
You know what I know about when you do it by yourself? That's why I like doing it with you because it's a conversation. But I know when you're doing it by yourself, you got to come with a script. You got to already know what you're going to talk about, have your bulletin points, have everything ready, have your conclusion, and kind of write all that shit down so you don't lose where you're going. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah,
The
and that's
comments help.
and that's the thing. But that's where you know what I'm saying. Like my wife, like she kind of gave me a whole little script to where when you interview people, that's why I'd say, man, like that's where the team come into play. To where it's like other people watch it and see what it is that they want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Because just having a random conversation, we could take this conversation anywhere. But it's like,
Imagine,
what is it that the people that we have listening to us, what is it that you want to hear? And then just being willing to communicate with the people that we do have following us on a daily basis.
right. Um, I didn't loudly support Trump on Instagram. I didn't vote for him, but I do support Trump. I'm not a Trumper, but I support Trump. I do believe when Trump was in office, life was a little easier. And once Trump was out of office, things drastically changed. How do you feel? Where do you stand?
All right. So, I mean, as a person that was in the military, I kind of look at this whole government situation a lot differently. Um, I mean, two, I would tell anybody now that Trump is gonna be in office, if you ever wanted to start a business, if you
Better do
ever
it now.
had, yeah, if you had anything that you ever even thought like, hey, this might be my next way to where I can just do this and not have a regular 9 to 5, you got 2 years to do it because the way that it's working, the Republicans finna be in charge of everything, and the fact that Trump is business orientated, like man, like this is the time. So if you slacking, you have nobody to blame but yourself, man. When these 2 years is up, bro, because take advantage while you can. I mean, that's the best way to look at it. People look at the race and all of that, like, hey, man, it is what it is, bro. This country is what it is. So
Right.
I mean, you just got to take it for what it is, man. I mean, you got racism, you got sexism. Like, it's a lot that played into that whole political situation at that point.
That's a fact. That's a fact. We live. We live, people. Check us out on YouTube. We on the Trapflix page. I don't know if we on the news you can use podcast YouTube or the Trapflix news you can use. Don't really matter because they
Matter,
both doing pretty
matter of
well.
fact, the crazy part about it, I'm watching the UFC fight. The boy Trump walking in for the UFC fight with Dana White, man. That's
I
crazy.
mean, Trump is entertaining. Like I don't know what president they thought they was gonna put up against Trump that was gonna win because Trump is entertainment, super entertainment.
I kind of had my opinion on who they could have put against Trump to where it would have gave him a run for his money, but I don't think they ready for that, bro.
No, I mean Trump has been a celebrity way before he even probably thought about being a president. We already liked Trump. Trump already was hanging out with black people, so you couldn't convince us that he was racist. Now, does he like people from other countries? I don't know. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That ain't
Right.
that ain't my. But do I want to compete with people who just came to this country and they ain't got no credit? They ain't got no criminal history because their criminal background is in their country. They could be murderers or whatever, we don't know. And they come here with a clean slate. And I got to compete with you when I've been here my whole life going through all these different obstacles, going through hell, trying to get to where I am now. And now I got to come and compete with you at work. It's crazy.
I don't know. Me, I kind of like that whole competition situation
I
because
mean,
but it's like, I mean, at the end of the day, it depends on the job that you willing to do, because a lot of people hate on the people that come over here, but it's like at the end of the day, the job that they doing, are you really willing to do some of that shit?
no. So what I'm going to say is I love all people. I have no issue with any people. Um, I love my coworkers that
Right.
I work with. I always get good ones, but I do see a lot going on, and it's unfair. If you're gonna allow people to come over here and have a clean slate, maybe y'all should change some of these laws for regular Americans. Is all I'm saying.
Like what laws though? Like what laws would you say?
Like, um, for instance, with credit,
Mhm.
certain things shouldn't affect your credit. Now, if you didn't pay your credit card bill or your car note or your rent or something like that, of course it should apply to your credit. But like uh, child support, for instance,
Right.
shouldn't affect your credit. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right. And that's where, you know what I'm saying? Like they haven't really taught us the whole game with that, because like I've kind of did a little research with it, and like they say, child support is not supposed to be on your credit. Like if you actually pull up your credit report, it should not say child support payment on there, because technically, like they say, it's supposed to be like a voluntary agreement that you basically just signing off on to say, hey, this is what I'm supposed to pay, whatever, whatever. But it's like, yeah, that's all that is, man. It's just an agreement, bro. Like it's not all that they try to make it cracked up to be.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
And
It's a
and I
lot of
mean it's crazy too that it even get to that point, bro. Like, because at the end of the day, I feel like really, if both parents really sit down and look at it, the kid kind of would gain more without the child support than with it.
if y'all got a good co-parenting situation and system, you
Right.
know, most of the time it's only because they're receiving some type of government assistance, and the government is hitting you for child support to pay back what they're giving. So it's not really like they're receiving anything. And
Yeah.
most women just do it out of hatred. I don't think they true. Not all. I'm not gonna say all women are doing it out of hatred, but if you truly need help and this person is denying you help and don't want to give you any help, or then of course something needs to happen. There need to be something in place for that. But if it's a person who's trying to get their life together, or is it working at the time, like are you just doing it out of hatred? It's kind of just it's whack. And if the mother has the custody, even if you paying child support, doesn't mean you're gonna be able to see the kid when you want to. You're gonna have to go to court and do all this different stuff to even make that happen to be available. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's facts. Like, I could say like I've came a long way with my situation to where, I mean, I could get on the phone and kind of have a conversation with my baby mama now, and it not be no tripping. So I mean, yeah, it's crazy, but like we said when we talked about earlier, man, like it's just basically, man, that it's patience, bro. Like you gotta realize, man, like where you started, and then just realize the growth within yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody really gonna give you that credit, bro. Like
No.
it's just, you know what I'm saying? People don't really pay attention to the difference. That's the difference between men and women, is that another woman will tell another woman, like, say you doing your thing, this, that, and the other. Another dude not gonna tell another dude that. Like that shit is sensitive, and it's the whole pause game and all of that extra shit. Like, yeah,
Hey
people.
man, if I see you on your shit, I got no problem saying, "Hey D class, I'm proud of you with your brand clothing line, and you getting everything started. You investing into yourself. I love to see that. That's motivational for me."
Right. And
So I
that's
think, you know,
and that's the crazy part about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like people don't get a people their flowers, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like I told you, you came a long way too. Shit, like we remember the different podcast spots, the shit that you wanted to do. Like I remember you talking about the whole getting paid for all this shit and the 20,000 people we had when we first started. Like, yo, we done came a long way. Shit.
yeah. You gotta, I've heard people say this, like, you gotta celebrate even the smallest things because some of that shit just ain't even normal, and you just looking at it different because you're seeing people who have been doing this their whole life or 5 or 10 years longer than you do it, and you
Right.
can't compare yourself to them because you just started. So if you're able to even get in that realm, then you should be celebrating and drinking a little champagne and enjoying yourself.
Yeah. And that's what I try to do on a daily basis, man. Like no matter what it is that you do, whether if you drink, if you smoke, whatever it is that you do, man, like do it for yourself. Because at the end of the day, that's what you work for. Like
Mm-hmm.
you don't work for these people to give you your praises, man, because they're not gonna give it to you. At the end of the day, you just a face and a body.
You ain't lied about that one. So with the direction of the music right now, because I mean, Sexy Red been doing her thing, and I feel like she's probably the biggest artist in the game when it comes to notoriety. Like whose name is bigger? She's like took the place of Christian Rock right now, just without the drama. If she had any kind of drama and any antics going on, she would be a lot bigger. But because she's keeping it strictly business, I feel like she's one of the biggest right now. But I think it's a wave of new women that's going to come out, that's going to talk conscious and talk against a lot of that because they leaving it so available for a woman with a brain to really come and give it to them. Now we love the fun music, we love the fun lyrics, but we all know that the average grown person our age ain't listening to that on a daily basis. It's kids, and kids are impressionable. And the last thing we want is our kids in the mirror or in their room when the kids in their room and you in your area and they in there twerking, listening to Sexy Red, repeating those lyrics. You muted yourself.
Okay, there we go. So I mean, the crazy part about it is you do have people that do that, and even before the Sexy Reds and all of the whole movement, the
It's
hot girl
always
summer,
been
and all of that, like it's always been songs that's like that, and like that conversation has always been available for people to have. But I mean, it kind of just depends on the parents. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well. Look, not to interrupt, but look, it's always been those kind of artists, but we always had some balance. Where's the
yeah,
balance at? Where's somebody that's just as big as her that's talking something with some sense? We don't have that. That's what I'm trying to say. So
yeah,
we're at a point where
it's
all the music and every artist is on the same demon time. And I guess the ones that are putting out conscious music and music with a message, either we don't know who they are or it's a very few that make it on the radar of,
right.
you know, it's
Just
just
because
not.
it's not, but that's because it's not popular. Like until somebody come out and make it popular, whether it's regardless of her looks or something to where it's gonna catch everybody eye and make them really pay attention, we not gonna get that.
Me and you are both gonna agree that good music is good music. We're not even gonna play it. Like we're
Right,
not gonna play like these girls that's popping right now really can rap.
right. No. And then I mean,
Like you could just throw a beat on and they gonna jump on the beat and freestyle and really kick some shit. You could tell they in there punching in and the shit that they writing down is the best lyrics they got.
and it's hot for the time. And it's like if you think about it, like just say shit, even if I go back and listen to like some of the music I was listening to in high school, it's like if your kids could really say when they grown, like, can they really sit there and listen to this shit as an adult, bro? Like, that's crazy.
I don't know what you was listening to in high school, but I was a kid listening to what you was listening to in high school. And y'all era of music was the shit because you had a choice.
Man, like you had R&B music, like
You had
basically
all
in
kinds
the
of
in the
music.
late 80s and the 90s, you basically had R&B music, you had rap, then you still had like the South was trying to come up, so you had Master P pushing independent.
You had Tribe Called Quest. You had Naughty by Nature. You had
Wu
different kind of.
Tang.
You had
You
Wu Tang. You had a lot of conscious music. You had a lot of gangster music. You had a mix of everything. You had sexual R&B. You
yeah,
had love making songs like Kim and like you had a good mix. You had the Isley brother. You had a little bit of everything popping
yeah.
because the old people was just now leaving the game. And the music that they were making at an older age is way better than the music niggas is making while they young.
Nah, facts.
Like the old groups that we listened to, the Delphonics, and some of them dudes was making music. Like Isley Brothers was making music in late age, and still putting out classic albums.
Nah, for real. And that's the crazy part about it is that I mean, when you just sit back and listen to it now, it's like you can still remember when you first heard that shit.
Would you want to hear Master P rap in 2024?
New rap or old Master P?
Him coming with some new rap and it
No.
be no. Would you want to hear Birdman rap in 2024?
Hell no. I wouldn't even listen to Birdman rap in 95. Like
So you get what I'm saying? Like certain people that we probably didn't listen to in the past, they music then said like we would listen to a new Jay-Z album if you don't get caught up in this Diddy.
well,
We might listen to a new Jay-Z album.
we might get a
But
new
look, we gonna listen to that new Snoop album. When that new Snoop drop, he got something coming soon. I know niggas gonna get at a listen. You know what I'm saying? For sure. New and young and old. Is it
yeah.
gonna be a classic Snoop Dogg album like it usually be? I don't know because to me, it would have to be the Snoop I grew up to. He got to be on some gangster pimping and some shit like that with
You know,
Battle Cat on the beat, and Dr. Dre, and then
man,
oh nigga, boy, that's an album that probably be his best. If he came with some shit like the Chronic and back in that era type shit right
yeah.
now, he'd fuck the world up.
The crazy part about it is like you might get Battle Cat, but I mean, yeah, the gangster pimping, like he not even on that shit no more. So like
But
even if he was
he's
to
so
rap
he's
about it,
so
like it wouldn't even
yeah,
sound
I
right.
don't know how that would. But if you done it before and you was in the game and you didn't want to, I remember when Snoop won Pimp of the Year 2 years in a row. You know the songs that was coming out, we stay on point like Stacey Adams and all that good shit. And
Yeah.
that shit, I don't care how you look at it. That shit was motivational. It was for players only, and you was a certain type of nigga if you even wanted to indulge in that.
Nah, for real. And that's he touched a lot of different aspects of some shit, but at the end of the day, like that man is a businessman and he know that one thing you do over here, they gonna use for some shit over there. So he
So it's
not
good to let it go in this day and era because
yeah,
he
like
can't be
come on.
doing that right now.
It's a business move, man. Like he not finna give you 93 gangster Snoop. Like he not finna give you that because he not in the streets like that.
But
If
look,
he
he gave
even
us
if he is, he don't want you to know that.
man. He's still cripping. He's still crip walking all on Martha Stewart. Uh, look, he gave us the blue carpet treatment. That wasn't a real old album,
Nah, I
and
couldn't.
that was banging.
You think so? I couldn't even did I
I
listen?
ain't gonna say every song. I can think of songs in my head right now, man. That motherfucker was banging. I think he had like the stylistic of somebody on there. Man,
I
he got
do
some
remember that
things
song.
there,
I
bro.
remember. I
Like
remember
a
that one.
bird, floating, running. You remember that one? Let
Uh,
me play it. I don't even want to try to sing no shit that I don't know the words to.
but I want to say on that album, I think I might have had two songs that I listened to on there.
Yeah, like that was your shit.
Yeah,
Mine was the intro. The intro was dope. The intro was so dope. The first song, and then I skipped through. But this
yeah.
was the
I'm not.
album. I think the best way for me to start playing music is either like in the background instead of playing that shit live on YouTube because they just love to give me copyrights. I'm like the target for that shit.
Man, they stay hitting me about it. That shit.
They done
It,
shut my YouTube page down 2, 3 times. That's why we on this one. But the news you can use is back up and running. We will be dropping on there, I guess, the next time. And this is good for this channel because it's actually getting views. And I don't use the Trap Flicks channel as much as I should. Shout out to JT, the bigger figure. But I'm gonna try to go live on both of these channels every day. Do an hour on Trap Flicks news you can use, and then do an hour on the news you can use original page, which is my page, and then we're gonna do one on the brand. We gotta start going back live on yours too.
Yo, and then too, what I'm about to say is even if we just jump on and just record some shit through StreamYard and then shit just shoot it to each other and chop it up and then just put it out that way.
Now you're thinking that's less work. We could just do
Where
it, record it, and
yeah,
then edit it, and then we drop. Or you drop this part, I'm gonna drop that part, and we're gonna drop it on
yeah.
all three of our pages.
And
We're gonna
we're
drop it
just
on our TikTok, Instagram.
constantly dropping and pushing to both pages to where it's just gonna flow.
You're right about that.
So yeah, we do got to get just back active with the StreamYard because that's where too. I mean, even once we get everybody back in motion, like with C Right, I know she got the cooking and all of that. It's just basically just recording. Just record yourself for an hour, so that way we can get some good edits.
Yeah, I haven't heard. I haven't seen her active on Instagram. I think I got her phone number, so I'm gonna just hit her up and see how she been. Just check in on her, just a wellness check. Period. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because I don't know what she been up to. I don't know what she doing musically. But C Rock is a dope ass artist, and I truly mean that. I listen to a lot of music, and if anybody was out there that I knew that I could connect her with, I'm gonna connect her with because she doper than everybody. She doper than a lot of dudes, and she doper than a lot of women. And the way she put her words together and the way she flowing, it's just different.
and
And
that goes, but that goes to where we was talking about the different kind of rap because like she would definitely be the more conscious type of rap compared to she's not going to get well. I don't know if she can give you the whole sexy red situation, but just from what I've heard, she's completely opposite of all of that.
right. And my thing is that's the competition. She's the competition that the people need to see. So
Right.
I know y'all a little closer to each other than I am, but man, if y'all can start connecting, maybe you might want to start doing some managing with her and getting her in the studio. And man, I put some money behind that if I was close enough because you shit, you ain't gonna find it. It's not normal. It's not
Yeah.
regular. The
Yeah.
look, everything, man. I got a whole vision. I would help you with everything. If I was you, I would want to shoot. I would go create the music in a real studio with a real engineer, get it mixed and mastered, do the copyrights, everything. You might as well start your label and let her be the first one you manage. I wouldn't even sign anybody. I would just manage and start getting her popping on Instagram real hard and TikTok and everything. So do those little Russell style videos where you can do on your iPhone or whatever with the words. And I would shoot those with her every other week. Try to get at least 7 different looks, 7 different ones. Shoot the videos yourself. Try to do everything in house, other than going to pay for studio time. Unless you want to record her yourself, you can record her yourself.
Nah, and that's the thing. It's just everybody gotta be on the same page because at the end of the day, everybody has to be on the same page and everybody work ethic have to be kind of the same.
Facts. For
Because
some, in some instance, D class, I'm gonna say you got to go out your way. I know my manager used to come all the way from Pasadena to Compton to pick me up to take me back towards Hollywood because he didn't do music, he didn't produce, he didn't do nothing but manage.
Right.
So he would put the work in, take me to my show. And when I think about it now, I'm like, damn, this nigga did a lot. Like I owe this nigga a lot. Like his time, gas, feeding us, getting
Yeah.
us shows, getting us. It's a he really invested. You know what I'm saying? So he deserved whatever comes from whatever I build. But
Yeah. And it
yeah,
be
that's how you. That's the job that you sign up for, especially when you believe in somebody more than they believe in themselves.
facts. But see, that's kind of, I wouldn't even say that's my problem because I wouldn't even say it's a problem. But at the end of the day, like I feel like you should believe in yourself more than I believe in you. Because if you don't believe in yourself more than I believe in you, what me and my push would only get you so far. And then you would be satisfied with that because you never really seen yourself getting to that point.
Right. So everything was motivational. Everything has to be motivational, and everything has to be a great experience.
Yeah, and that's that be the thing is like, cause that's what I realized, man. Just doing music in general, just especially just going freelance through all of this, learning through YouTube and all the random, just talking to people. And it's like a lot of people be having visions for certain things, man, and it's like I get it, but then it's like once it's actually time for things to take place, like you gotta be on board with it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to put in the time, or not even put in the time, but just figure it out. Like you gotta be able to take the no's. You gotta be able to take the criticism and all of that extra that people not willing to take.
Yeah, you got to be able to deal with this shit mentally, physically, and spiritually, and not get too far into your feelings and let it be too triggering for you personally. Because, like I tell people, once I cut this camera off, I go back into my regular life, my
Yup.
normal life. I'm human just like everybody else. If I get $1 million out of this, 20 million, 100 million, however much money I'm gonna make, because I'm gonna make some money off this. We
Right.
gonna make some money off this shit. We ain't in
Right.
it for nothing. But ain't much gonna change because I'm not a I'm a chill type dude. Ain't much gonna change. Just the paint on the bins might be a nice little shinier, but
And man, and it's crazy because it's like if this shit bringing in some money, the only thing that's gonna change is you just gonna see me on here more. That's it. Like
a
if
whole
that's
lot more. I'm
yeah,
gonna
like
have a whole lot more time.
if that's what you gonna pay me to do, then yeah, I'll sit on here and talk to myself for however long I need to. Shit, like what? Come on,
And I'm
man.
gonna say this too, D class. I plan on helping even more people and finding new people to put on here and build them up and help them, and whether they stick around or not, I know how to deal with the shit. But my whole objective was to help people. So somebody we gonna help is gonna take this shit to the next level and really take it serious. And somebody gonna make some millions and not gonna forget about us and be like, hey, y'all come over here with us. So this is for me, this is all about networking. We're gonna
Right,
network the shit out of this motherfucker. That's our job. Network, build our companies while we're networking, focusing on how we could brand everything, how we can market everything, how we can actually take over the algorithm because we know what to do now. And it ain't like we coming in the game like, oh, I don't know what to do. No, we know exactly what to do. And we come on at 8 o'clock. We come on at 8 o'clock every day. That creates an algorithm, and we do it for the same amount of time. And then we know how to start putting out the catchy, and dropping our edits and putting out our shorts. And we know what to do. So it's not like we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We in the know. We know how to get 1 million views in a couple months. We know how to, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, and that's the thing. Is just because I mean I do definitely have a bunch of random show ideas. A lot of people been throwing random ideas at me. Is just the point of the time. and me just focusing on and really just having the time to focus on that. So, I mean, yeah, we definitely gonna figure it out. Like that's the thing. We gonna figure it out at some point. Cause some gonna stick.
We got all the elements. So we're just gonna get on here and stick to the script. All right. Somebody revving it up. Back to the news. Ski Johnson gets trolled by the internet. Let's jump into it. Ski Jackson gets trolled by the internet for having a baby with the wannabe hood dude. So I don't even know who she is. Do you know who she is?
Isn't that
Skya. I called her Skeet. You gotta check my little shit I be doing now.
yeah, I know. Nah, I know who you're talking about. That's I can't even think of the chick name, man. But she was on a TV show. It's her daughter with the dude that had a kid with Britney Spears or some one of them chicks. I don't know, man.
Oh man, what you think about Britney nowadays? She just got married again too. She look crazy.
For real? I ain't heard nothing about that shit.
I bet you Britney been at them Diddy parties. What you think?
I'm sure.
Yep, Diddy had her around. I bet you if you go on YouTube right now and look up Britney Spears and P. Diddy, you're gonna find pictures, videos, everything. Paris Hilton, name them. Kim, name them. Diddy
Yeah.
didn't have them.
Thing is, man, that's crazy because everybody I feel like that was a celebrity during them times have been to one of those parties. Like one of those
Oh yeah, they was
parties.
down like a motherfucker.
Yeah, them parties is basically like that was like the hood white parties that they be talking about in the Hamptons and all that shit that the associated
Look,
black folks don't go to.
it don't matter if you went to the party. It's just like what you don't gotta indulge it. If you know they doing this in the inside of the house, if I know they got some weed in there, and I
Yeah.
could go snatch a couple jars and grab a couple bottles that ain't got nothing in it, I'm gonna go in there and grab that shit, not look at nothing, and walk my ass the fuck back in the backyard, nigga. And I'm chilling as long as I want to. Whatever Diddy got going on in his house ain't got nothing to do with me. You got to remember that's in the inside of somebody's house. You don't go. This my thing. This a black rule. This a rule in the hood. Your mama always tell you watch who you invite over your house. Ain't that right, D class?
Yeah.
And she tell you don't you bring nobody over her motherfucking house.
That too, and then they tell you too, don't touch shit or don't look at shit while you over there at them people's house.
There's a lot of rules when you go to people's house if you got any kind of
nothing about them people they got going on over
so
there.
if this man invited y'all into his house, why is y'all telling his motherfucking business on it? He trusted you enough to let you inside of his domain. This man is a superstar. He didn't have to let nobody in his motherfucking house. He could have been in there with 20 bitches doing everything they said he doing, and nobody would have ever knew if he'd have never threw a party. He still could have did it.
And the crazy part about it is, and I mean, and it's not like we condoning whatever allegedly they say he did.
Respect. It's just respect.
But, I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, it's like, you know, he do please believe like he do have a bunch of what's that, them NDAs or them NBAs, whatever them shit's called, them cease and desist.
He knew motherfuckers got big mouths.
Yeah, like people can't say shit, man. Like I seen an interview where who was that, Judge Mathis or one of them judges was talking about like how they started the FBI about that black boxer back in the day, and how he say basically they just doing the same shit to these rappers now, man. They basically just they'll lock you up, they'll figure out some shit, and they basically just suck you dry money, bro.
This changed my mind about Diddy. I've been hearing all the stories, and everybody like, yeah, I saw them over there doing this. I saw them. I said, well, he wasn't. You said he was in the backyard. Everybody in the inside of his house having a freak off. He not even in there.
Right.
Y'all here for a reason. He throwing these parties for y'all. Yeah, he might have been making some money for sure, but he throwing these parties for y'all freaky ass. It ain't him.
He could be the.
It ain't just him. Right.
He could be the whole orchestrator.
He just throwing the party.
Or how they
I want me to throw this party. You don't know who funding these parties.
Yeah, because
what's you a party? I'm gonna throw
What?
a big ass party. I'm gonna sit outside and host it in the backyard all night.
Yep.
Y'all could go in the house. All the shit y'all want is in there. And when they tell the story, this is where they fuck up at. They tell the story and say, "Yeah, I saw them doing." So if you were doing it, you were knowing. If I came to a Diddy party, like I said, I'm going there to grab me all the weed I could get because I know he got a table full of drugs. That I heard that, right? He got a
Right.
table full of drugs. I know it's some weed on that table. I ain't gonna touch the other shit. I'm just gonna grab me a big handful of weed and some blunts. I hope he got blunts there. And get me a couple bottles.
That
Make
nigga
sure
said, hold
I
on.
But look, people that do other shit, they got their plate. They
Yeah.
got their plate right, D class, and
Yeah,
they
they
put a
do.
little bit of this on it, a little
Yeah.
bit of that on it. They being greedy in that
And
motherfucker.
they go down the buffet line. They doing the same thing. They at the
So
Diddy
y'all
corral.
willingly, y'all said this party sound fun to me. I sure would have been there. And if I see y'all doing some
Man,
weird, crazy shit, I would have been laughing like a motherfucker every time I see you. Like this motherfucker is freaky. And I would have been able to tell the story the right way because y'all just trying to pin this man. Y'all some piece of shit motherfuckers. I'd have told the truth. I'd have just been like, my truth. Like, hey, people were willingly doing everything I seen them do. And if anybody was incapacitated, that's because they overindulged.
right.
It's not because they were forced to do any fucking thing.
Cause if
Now,
so you saying basically if he guilty, he's basically guilty of nothing but being a man that threw a party.
through a great party, all you can eat buffet, there's women laying on the table, all the shit.
The
For you
Diddy,
guys. And y'all gonna say, oh, this person was this age and that age, but everybody ate grapes off her titty. Y'all didn't notice them titties was small? Y'all
damn.
y'all didn't look at her face the whole time you ate chicken and grits. Y'all some crazy motherfuckers, man. See, this is wild. This how wild it is, though.
God, yeah,
So
that's
everybody who ate a grape off that girl it should be going to jail right now.
man, that's crazy.
Ain't that wild?
That's crazy, man. But you know, that's the way this shit work, bro. Like you can only make so much money, man. And at the end of the day, I feel like your color's still gonna take part, man. Like
How much
they
money
not.
do you truly need, though? Like, what habits are you trying to fill, and then what kind of lifestyle are you trying to really truly live? If you didn't done it for 30 years, how much is it worth it at that point to not be like, you know?
If okay, so because I be asking people that question too, like what amount of money would make you feel like you rich? You know what I'm saying? Like, is 1 million rich? Like, do you feel like 100,000? Like, you could be rich with 100,000? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, yeah, if you've been doing it for that
What
long,
is rich? What is rich though? Because you got to kind of break that down to me to a science. Because I'm thinking like happiness,
that's what I'm saying. Like, what is like,
like like what is
what
rich?
what is
Like you
rich?
can be
Like, is
rich and not have a. I seen somebody that was sleeping on the ground the other day. And me and Perk tapped each other. Said that nigga rich as a motherfucker. He don't gotta go to work. He don't gotta pay no bill. He said that nigga free as fuck, man. He said I don't
and
want to
that's
go
the
chill with him.
and that be the
Just
thing,
to
man.
feel it.
It's
Nigga got
like
no
what
responsibilities.
is all dependent on the person. You know what I'm
That
saying?
nigga living like God intended, bro. We
Yeah,
none
because
of us are living like God intended us to live. If we were, we would all be outside.
no, because if you think about it, like them people that live off the grid and all that shit, like that is a thing for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't like to do it just because that shit is not of the norm of what people do now. But I mean, yeah, like I know shit. My mom want to live off the grid. Like I get it. Like that shit makes sense. Like you live off of what you grow. Like take that shit back to the roots of what it is.
All right, I'm gonna tell you what's rich to me. Rich is when you actually are doing exactly what you want to do every single day, and you ain't gotta fucking do nothing else. That's rich. When you if you want to just smoke fat ass blunts all day, and watch YouTube or whatever you like to do, and you don't got to do nothing else but that, and you don't got to worry about what time you wake up or go to sleep.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, because
That's
I
rich.
would say mines will kind of be the same to where it's just, I mean, at the end of the day, you just have that free will to do. You don't have to answer to nobody. You know what I'm saying? You just basically, if you want to try some shit, you just try it. Like it ain't no, oh, I gotta run this by somebody. Hell no. Like if you want to do it, do the shit. Like
My thing is, do you think it was fun to be Diddy all day? I know Diddy had to get tired of that shit, man. He got to do
no,
press.
because for him now,
Man,
and that's the
schedule, fly
and
here, fly there. You been pulled every different way every single day. I'm like, damn, I don't know if I even want to be like that famous to where I'm that busy all the time when I don't really want to do shit all the time.
no,
Sometimes I
and
don't really
but
nothing.
the, but the thing is too, you gotta factor in like what kind of person was he behind the cameras? Because if he was one of those people that liked having control of everything, then yeah, he would like being in that situation.
I
So
gotta
where
be
you
here. I gotta be here. He
right,
is. That nigga was in all the videos.
right. So where it's like, yeah, I gotta be everywhere. I gotta make sure everybody on point. Like my money gotta count. You know what I'm saying? And that's where you can't be mad at that because everybody say that shit. Like I'm not finna give you somebody call you and say, "Hey man, I need $100." Nigga, for what? Like, what is it for? What? Why do you need $100? And then you gotta think in their case, they not asking for 100. They asking to shoot me 150.
You
Shoot
know,
me 200,000 to start this business, man. I need it.
it's not a business and it's not work when you're doing what you're passionate about and what you love.
Right. And that's the thing. But then, like they say, you still gotta treat it as work, even though it's not work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep. Hey, crazy. Did you watch the Tyson fight yesterday?
I just was about to get into that. No, I have not watched the whole fight because people talk so bad about it. I just was like, well, I guess it was nothing to see. And the last thing I want to do is feel some type of way about Mike Tyson.
Well, as a person that rushed home from work to watch it, I'm gonna tell you, don't watch it, bro. I
It's
fell
gonna
asleep
be
on it. I fell asleep on the shit. I got home.
what happened? Can you give us a quick summary of exactly what went down?
Okay, well, based on the shit that I kind of seen and what the internet has been putting out there, they saying that this fight was a rigged fight to begin with. Um, I mean, a lot of people that kind of know Mike Tyson and kind of the way that he fight, you could see that even as an old man, he wanted to cut up. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen it to where he was still doing the rocking side to side to where you just was waiting on him to throw that damn punch. But it's like, bro, why are you standing there? Like, so
He
they
never threw the punch.
nah, and it got to the point to where they started trying to take it easy on each other, and it was just crazy, man. Like,
Well, you know, Jake Paul is his boy, and even though it meant a lot for Mike Tyson to win that fight, it meant even more for Jake Paul to win. Mike just got the bag,
he
and
got
I'm happy for that.
he
Let's
got
clap up for that.
Yeah, no, he got a guaranteed. He got a guaranteed at least 20, and then the pay-per-view cuts or the Netflix deal or whatever. So I mean, yeah, he got a nice little bag for it.
What we paid to just see was a 53-year-old man spar around in the ring with a younger man that he probably could have beat the shit out of, and show that I still can do this at this age. It ain't no age limit on this. The whole time I see Mike like, just don't hit me in the face, bro. That's all I see. Mike like, just look, don't hit my jaw, my
Hey,
teeth.
no, he
Don't you
got
hit me in
caught.
the head, because I got to be able to think and talk and speak. I can't do this shit. This is not brain damage, brain trauma. You get man, that shit can fuck your speech up, everything, man. You know what I'm saying? And I've been learning a lot about that lately. And boxing is a very dangerous sport. And anybody that go in that ring, man, I acknowledge you as a beast. And this is why people had so much respect back in the day for Mike. And the people that he knocked out, man, some of them people probably can't even talk no more.
No, that's facts. But the
He
thing
went in
is,
there and just really demolished people and fucked their whole lives up after that. Imagine they women when they went home after Mike knocked them out.
hey,
Don't talk to me like that because you didn't say that to Mike.
hey, what they say, that's love.
Like
That's love.
it took a lot of courage. But would you have gotten the ring with Mike? No, nobody would get a ring.
For a bag, I would have thought about it.
20 million? 20
I
million. I thought
thought
about it.
about it. 20
Now, when
mil.
it came to Boosie, shit. See, you're a little bigger than me, so you might could have took some of Mike Tyson punches and just got
I'm not.
knocked out.
I'm not even gonna lie to you and tell you that I'm gonna take that punch. I'm not. No, like fuck that. I'm gonna
All I
try
would have
to.
told you is, look, as soon as he hit you, just
Hey,
fall down and stay down.
that's
Don't you get the fuck
my
back up.
my thing is, like everybody would say, like you just want to be the person that throw the first punch, like, and whatever that punch is, you gotta throw it with whatever is in your body, all that anger, whatever. You gotta dig deep down and throw that punch and hope that you land.
Fact.
And then whatever happened after that, hey man, it's been real.
You ain't capping about that. You done froze a little bit on me. Let me see what's going on.
Yeah, because like they say, man, I mean the whole boxing realm is a whole different situation, man. Yep, Surf freezing up right now. New situation over there. So he's trying to get it together, man. But we will be coming to y'all, whether it just be me, him, both of us. We're gonna try to find some new people. If you wanna try this podcasting situation, man, and you know what I'm saying, try to learn more about it, man. Tap in, bro. Like tap in. You still cycling on my end, Surf. Uh-oh. We lost Surf. So yeah, man. So basically, yep, we pretty much gonna try to bring you a lot of different situations. We got the I'm a Brand podcast. We have the News You Can Use podcast. We have a lot of different stuff. So man, just stay tuned, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have a good night. This D Class locking in with you.